Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review for One Piece Anime episode 818. The One Piece anime, of course, like I say every week, it's been continuing on sort of a great run, a great stint right here. This episode, it was really good. Yeah, I guess it was really good. I mean, there were things I liked, things I didn't like, but in general it was just a really good episode of One Piece. I can't really fault it for anything. I think my hype going into it was through the roof. And that may be some of why I'm cut back a bit muted more in my emotion than I was for the past few episodes. But still, getting to see all of this, I thought it was all handled really well. So yeah, let's go through all these things I liked. So at first we have Pudding and Reiju. Pudding can't let Reiju die, of course, for the sake of the evil plan and all that. We get introduced to her Memo no Mi, allowing her to alter people's memories, so she cuts out some of Reiju's memories, replaces them with stuff that doesn't let Reiju know that she's totally evil and all that. When we zoom out and see all this stuff, zoom out from that scene, we see that Sanji has left, so we know that Sanji is going somewhere for some reason. We have Brook versus Big Mom then. I was so excited to get to see this fleshed out in the anime, and I actually think they did a good job with it, because it's difficult to do something like this, I think, where in the manga we see little bits and pieces, but we don't see much, but to connect those bits and pieces and to actually put on the fight scenes themselves in the anime, it is a difficult thing to do. Because if you're just introducing the way Big Mom is fighting, she's a Yonko, and you want to make her look strong like a Yonko, you would maybe have to have her completely crush Brook. That could happen to make her look strong. But Brook is a character to make him look strong, to make him look better as a character, and to flesh him out more, to really get fans thinking he's the underdog, but maybe he can do this, to really get him rooting for him. Show him, though he's getting beat up, make it so that he actually stands a chance against Big Mom. But in doing that, you have to make that balance so that you're not making Big Mom, making a Yonko look weak. And I think they did a great job with that. I think that Big Mom looked strong and dominant, but Brook still was holding his own and still looked cool. Got his ass kicked a little bit more, looked a little less cool than I was expecting, but still. But Brook's powers don't work on the homies that are made with Big Mom's soul, Prometheus, Zeus, and Napoleon, it would seem. I really like the way Big Mom's powers were being presented and portrayed in the episode, though. The way she would cover her fist in the flame and use that as an attack, or use it almost like a whip, and then sort of when Zeus spread out really thin up at the ceiling and sent down a bunch of area of effect type lightning. I thought that the way that her powers were presented were all really, really cool. In Napoleon here, I believe in the manga, again not spoiling anything, I believe in the manga we didn't learn that Napoleon could turn into a sword like that until later on. So we're seeing it a lot earlier here in the anime. Maybe not a lot earlier, but we're seeing it earlier here in the anime. If I'm thinking correctly, maybe I'm not, but I didn't remember us learning Napoleon could turn into a sword this early on. But he deflects one of Brook's attacks, and that was a really, really good scene. And it leads into an amazing Brook speech that's good not just on Brook, but on Big Mom. I like the way it showed her sort of arrogance and confidence as a Yonko, but it also presented her in this way where she's where she still seemed cool. She was the worst that could happen is you don't get Sanji. The worst that could happen is you die. You could all die. Or, there was something else she said that I thought was really good. Or just the basic stuff of her saying, oh, why won't you stay down? Why do you keep getting up sulking? Just give up and all that. But the way she was talking about it sort of, I don't know, it felt like one of those really good villain scenes where they're oh, hero, just give up. And then the hero does something cool to combat that. And Brook's speech was really good too, especially, of course, the ending is the big part where he's what type of person plans their own death, young lady? Or puts their own death as part of the plan. I thought that was great, but just in general, him slowly standing up while delivering the speech I thought was handled super well. We get to see Best Girl Carrot in the mirror world, and Brulee's response, just ask the mirrors, they know what they're reflecting. So they do that, the mirrors don't, they're hey, can you tell us where Luffy and Nami and Sanji and all of them are? And they're and the mirrors are all We don't know your random friends' names. What do they look like? But one mirror was like, yeah, Sanji passed by earlier, so at least one kind of knew that. But Carrot's like, leave it to me. I'm a good artist. We cut away from them. We see Luffy and Nami. Of course, Luffy's still trying to tear his hands off. Opera's like, well, Mama told me to get Lola's location from you, Nami, so I'm going to torture you now. And I thought the comedy was so great, where Luffy's like, Nami, don't worry about getting tortured, because I'm about to rip my hands and then I'll get us out of here. And Nami's just screaming like, no, I don't want either of these. They're both bad options. So that was really funny. Then Jinbei shows up and betrays Opera in order to save Luffy and Nami, of course. And yeah, next week looks like we're getting more Sanji backstory. I thought this was a really good episode. Because I liked the way that Big Mom was portrayed. I already said that. I thought that that was really good, and Brook in general is great. This arc made Brook possibly my favorite Straw Hat, possibly. Yeah, I really liked Brook here, and this is one of the bigger moments for him this arc, I think, standing up to a Yonko, fighting against a Yonko. So that aspect of it, just storyline-wise, and the significance, I think, is great. And yeah, that was all done very well. Like I said, they played that balance really well. And we even got to see other storylines too. We didn't just stick with the one thing. We got to see the pudding storyline some at the beginning with Sanji and all, and that's all of these are obviously going to be important. We got to see more of the mirror world with Carrot and Chopper and Brûlée and such. And of course we got Jinbei, his big sort of return to the story. Even though we had kind of seen him earlier this arc, this was sort of his big return to meet back up with Luffy, so we got to see that. So yeah, all that was really good, multiple storylines. So yeah, I'd give it 8.5 memories out of 10. Maybe I should even go for 9. I'm going to stick with 8.5. 8.5 memories out of 10. I thought it was really good, and I hope you enjoyed it. So like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this episode, what you thought of my thoughts on it and all that. Subscribe for more One Piece, both anime and manga. For next week's review, Christmas obviously is kind of a 2-day thing. Christmas Eve and Christmas is going to be Sunday and Monday, so I don't know what's going to happen with next week's review. They might actually take the week off next week. I think that would make sense. I don't know if they usually take Christmas off. For some reason I feel like they take Christmas week off. But either way, even if they don't, I'll if they don't take Christmas week off and there is a episode next weekend, I'll just do a double review the week after that, because if there are a bunch of episodes of stuff, I'm going to be trying to catch up to what I missed by not being able to do stuff on Christmas Eve and Christmas. So, because of all that, if there is an episode, just assume I'm not going to review it until the week after next, and I'll do a double review. But yeah, that's it. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there, talk to you there. And if you want a link to our Discord server, just ask and I'll give you one. That's it. Sorry, hiccup. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.